The lovely Suzanne Somers is here. I love her. I've
Mm-hmm.
loved her since I was a kid, and now I love her even more because she's on our show. Her new book is called I'm Too Young for This, and she joins us now on the phone. Hi, Suzanne.
Hello, and I love people from Minnesota. I work in Minnesota every month at the Shop HQ network, and I've never worked with such nice people. They call it the land of nice. It just is. You're nice people.
Oh,
It's a pleasure.
we love having you here. And
Thank you.
first question, and I wish I could see your face. Did you imagine that when you would go on the talk, and you know where I'm going, and you mentioned the fact that you had sex twice a day, did you ever imagine, Suzanne, that it would be literally, I just looked, one of the top stories on TVGuide.com?
Gosh. I know. I was looking at pictures of me split screen with Miley Cyrus yesterday, and I thought, oh, my God, what have I done?
Yeah, because Miley said joked that people over 40 don't have sex, but Suzanne, you're having a lot of sex, my friend.
Well, I'll tell you something. The reason I said that was not to, let people have that kind of peek in, but I wanted people to understand that when you both in a marriage have your hormones replaced at optimum, you just feel like you did when you were a teenager. If you have a great relationship, you look at each other and go, woohoo, why not? The kids are gone, the house is our own. We can, any room we're in the mood.
Yeah.
Well, sex-crazed couples, I'm sure, or one of the couples are thanking you today.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and Suzanne, you've written a lot of books about a variety of topics. I'm Too Young for This. What is this one specifically about?
Oh, this is my gift to younger women. If you're anywhere from 35-ish to 50-ish, there's something happening in your body that you probably don't understand because your doctor, in the most part, doesn't understand because doctors are not instructed in the hormonal system. They get about 4 hours of instruction in prescribing hormones, and if they miss class that day, they didn't get any. I've spent thousands of hours. So what happens is we start declining earlier and earlier because of stress and toxicity, because of all the chemicals in the food and the chemicals in your house and cosmetics, and even when you're washing your hair, just look at the chemicals on the shampoo bottle in the morning, and you're absorbing all that, and that blunts hormone production. And then young women, they usually have got kids, and they've got the school schedules, and they work, and they take care of the house, and they're just exhausted, and that stress blunts hormone production. So that's why what used to happen to a woman around 45, 48, lasts for a couple of years, called perimenopause, and then they'd transition into menopause, now is starting around 35, 38, and it starts like this. You can't sleep very well. You don't know why you're not sleeping. You go out and buy NyQuil or something like that to put you to sleep. That's a sign that your hormones are declining. When you were young and perfectly hormonal, you didn't need anything to help you go to sleep. You start bloating. You don't know why you're bloating. You start gaining weight for no reason, even though you're eating less and exercising more. You're not interested in sex. You get strange itches. You get headaches or migraines. These are all symptoms of hormonal decline. And then we go to the doctor, we go to the drugstore, and we get painkillers or antidepressants or anti-anxiety, when the simple solution is take a blood test and see where your hormone levels are and fill the tank with natural, real, bioidentical hormone replacement. The trick is, bioidentical means biologically identical to the human hormone, an exact replica of what our body makes. And what I put in this book are all the studies that show the safety of these natural hormones and all the studies that show the dangers of the synthetic hormones, so that we can put that there, they're going to give you cancer thing to rest.
We're talking...
Synthetic hormones have been proven to give women cancer, and there's not even one reported case of cancer from natural hormones.
We're talking to the one and only Suzanne Somers. Her new book is I'm Too Young for This. Lex?
Wow, this is really fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a pill form, or do you get injections?
No. So here's how you do it, because this will change your life. You go to SuzanneSomers.com. Click on ForeverHealth.com in that site. Go there because you'll get a special price. The site is free. It'll connect you to a doctor nearest you, that understands hormone replacement. Like one of my Forever Health doctors is right there in Minneapolis, Khalid Mahmud, and they will, through that site, set you up with inexpensive blood testing so you can see where your levels are. Now, if it comes back and you're low in this, and you're low in progesterone, you're low in testosterone, or you're low in progesterone, it's a cream. Every day you'll rub on the right amount of estrogen just for you. 2 weeks of every month you'll rub on just the right amount of progesterone cream just for you. And every day you put back testosterone if you're missing in that. And you get to feel perfect again, and you won't get headaches, and you won't bloat, and your thyroid will start normalizing. Most men and women now have thyroid issues. I watch television all the time, and there are things to look for when you're looking at someone who's got low or high or hyperthyroid. And if you're missing the outer third of your eyebrows, that's an indicator that your thyroid's low. If you have unexplained weight gain or loss, that's thyroid. There's so many things that the thyroid does. Thyroid is like the conductor of a symphony. Mm-hmm. And if the conductor of the symphony doesn't show up, the rest of the players are all pros, but they don't know what to play, but someone says, I guess you better play something. So they all start playing, and it's discordant because nobody's telling them what to play.
It's not the most pretty of music.
Does.
Well, Suzanne...
So this book will explain everything, and for you, you'll never have to suffer, not through this passage, not through the transition into menopause. And I'll tell you from where I sit right now, it's the greatest thing I ever did for myself. I'm in the greatest health of my life. I love aging because I've never thought I could, feel and look like this at 66, and it's just making the whole process of aging enjoyable for me, and it allows me to access my wisdom, which the planet needs people with wisdom because I'm not all pilled up. It's a new way to age.
Uh-huh.
Well, the book is available now. It's called I'm Too Young for This, and what a delight. We could talk to you all day. I hope the next time you're in Minneapolis, you'll stop by and we can talk more. Suzanne Somers, thank you so much.
And it's always a pleasure to speak to nice people from Minnesota. And by the way, Minneapolis is a very cool town.
It is. We're very healthy here, Suzanne. You'll find we're on the top 10 of every healthy list, so we're right there with you.
Well, I see all the farmers markets, and my husband and I go to Dakota, and we have a really good time in Minneapolis.
Well, we'll love to see you soon. Thank you, Suzanne. The book, again, is called I'm Too Young for This, Suzanne Somers. There we go.
Thank you.
I love that because
it's so true about the thyroid, though.
Yeah, my mom has thyroid problems.
Yeah.
Dar does, too.
It runs your entire body.
I just love interviews like that because I know someone listening, it kind of bing, bing, bing with them. So, maybe something that she said you're going through and you're like, oh, wow. And
that's what it is.
Yeah, and maybe, again, your health is your deal. But pick up the book, and it's called I'm Too Young for This. And it's called I'm Too Young.